Trent, you're a man who takes things pretty seriously. Your band, now you've got the new label. Why don't you give me a little bit of your big picture, the philosophy of Trent on Nothing Records, and, you know, give me the spiel.
I think with Nothing, I realized I was in a pretty fortunate situation with 9 Inch Nails, and we'd come from a real bad record label situation to somehow magically being in a situation where, with Interscope, where they really respected me and let me get on with what I wanted to do. And when they asked me, you know, do you want your own label, this sort of situation, I thought if I can provide that shell to other bands and let them kind of share the situation I have, which is just one of artistic control, which I think any artist should have.
What movies have you been in? Or have you, well, I know you've been in one.
None. What are you talking about?
I was talking about your spot in the light of day.
That's somebody else you're thinking of.
Oh, come on, it was a great movie. Don't be ashamed.
It was an awful movie. And that was me getting out of work for a week.
Really?
Getting paid like $100 to. It was fun to do. I mean, we just had a tiny little cameo as a fake band that was playing in this bar.
I heard it was your real band.
No, it wasn't real.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, here's a good scenario. Let's say they decided there was like a big resurgence with Michael J. Fox and they were going to do Light of Day too. Do you think with your success with 9 Inch Nails you might be the leader of the band instead of just the keyboard player for Michael J. Fox? Or is that something you want to pursue? Because I see it in you. No?
No.
Oh, all right, I just thought I'd ask, you know.
Thanks. Thanks for reminding me of that.
You ought to be ambitious. I hear you're quite a computer geek, is that right?
Yeah.
How many hours a week would you say you spend in front of the screen?
Well,
like if
I mean,
you're not on tour, obviously.
When we write music, we do it on the computer, so
right.
All day long, pretty much.
You must have a pretty nice system.
Gets the job done. I mean.
I'm not too technologically aware, you know, I'm sort of like still at my turntable.
Yeah.
Maybe you can teach me a little something about the CD-ROM.
I'll show you something.
Show me some tricks?
Yeah.
Nice. Where do you keep your Grammy that you won for Wish? Where do you store that?
You know, I was just thinking about that the
mantle?
other day. You know, I don't really have a home at the moment, and last I saw it was at the Tate House somewhere, so it's in a box. Yeah.
So it's not something that you carry around like in your bag and look at every day and know you've accomplished something?
Honestly, I mean, it's flattering to get an award like that, but that doesn't mean anything, you know, because who votes on that? It's out-of-touch music business people and other Grammy winners.
Right.
Like...
Aren't you nominated again?
For something, and we won't win, so...
What are you nominated for?
I know it has the word alternative in the title, but I don't know what.
Most
alternative performance or record or I don't know.
Video, perhaps?
I don't think it's a video. It's something for the album, but...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you see, like, readers' polls and you win stuff like that...
That means a little more, because that's the kids.
Real people that are
real people.
You know, buying records and not...
Exactly, that's me, voting. You know, if you want.
I mean, I know I voted 200 or 300 times for myself.
Oh, I was just going to say.
I'm kidding.
If you had the opportunity to redo the music for any movie of your choice, what do you think it would be?
None.
None? You've been perfectly content with every movie soundtrack you've ever heard?
Every movie I've ever seen is great.
So I guess your standards aren't real high.
If I was going to, maybe something like the first Hellraiser, or something in that genre, something that's kind of creepy. That's
scary. Kind of like a 9 Inch Nails video,
like
maybe.
Me.
Like you.
It's pretty funny, but I rarely, A, am up in the morning, or B, turn the radio on, so.
What about David Letterman is also very interested in you. I hear after Woodstock, he was just like, oh, 9 Inch Nails, and he's asked you to play on his show. You're not down with Paul Schaefer, is that something?
No, I think Dave Letterman's funny. You know, I've always been a fan of his, and but I don't think it's right for us to necessarily do that.
You're probably right. Let me tell you, I'm real happy you're on my show.
No, I'm wondering if that was a good decision.
You're funny.
Lived in Cleveland, called Lucky Pierre, but had never gotten signed. And like Cleveland has this vacuum of bands that can't ever escape from
Cleveland,
the city limits. And just somehow we made acquaintances, and every once in a while he'd play a show and get a band together, and I ended up playing with him as a keyboard player in a couple incarnations of that band. And we just remained friends, and then as 9 Inch Nails took off and I escaped from Cleveland, we'd always just kept in touch, and he'd send me demo tapes every once in a while. Timing kind of turned out right, and I approached them about the idea of wanting to work with with me on the label. And I thought they were a good example of a band that I think if they were on the wrong major label, could be watered down into something that's not as interesting as it could be, and the potential I saw.
Record, right?
Yeah, and produce part of it, mix some of it, things like that. The other thing, Papa Weed itself is more of a licensing situation where, again, they're an example of a band I've always thought was really good, but in America never really had a chance because the label they used to be on just ignored them.
I'm with you today. Could you tell me one thing?
Yeah.
You know, you're about to take the big break. You know, we're not going to hear from you for a while. Is there anything that you're going to sort of put out there for the fans in between the end of the tour and the next record that we can look forward to?
We just filmed 2 shows that we'll probably edit into some sort of movie that will probably come out late summer. We might put out a live
Like a Nine Inch
CD.
Nails movie, or?
Yeah, just a performance of what we did, you know, the show. And a couple nights that we got were pretty silly shows, so it should be
So we can expect a bit of a comedy coming from, that's a bit of a
lots of blood and
departure for
violence
that.
and
Okay.
that sort of thing.